Hi everyone, it's Matt here. I had a battle in mid-December 2018. It was at Immortals Inc. I was playing as Clan Skyer Skaven, and I was allied with a Nighthaunt player, and we were going against Stormcast and IronJawz. So we had a little bit of destruction, chaos, order, and death going on. So we were playing the border war scenario, and this is not going to be that long of a report. I'm just going to go through the highlights. Anyway, here is my ally's Nighthaunt army. It was his first time using it, I believe, and wow, I mean, that black coach is just something else. It was amazing. I mean, like, he even painted a vampire that's inside of the coffin and stuff like that, even though you never see it and stuff. And that's attention to detail right there. You got the Mortarch of grief going on there. Got some. I've been away from Sigmar for a while, so I didn't know some of these troops. Like they're like called Herodins or something like that. Those specters, and they look like Tyranids a bit, but in fact they look very much like Tyranids. You got a huge horde of chain rasps over there, and my ally was actually before the battle. He was wondering if he should bring a bunch of expendable troops or go for more of an elite army. So this is what he decided to bring. As for me, I had a Warlock Master, Warlock Engineer, 2 units of Storm Fiends, and I think 3 poisoned Wind Mortars. And that's all I can recall at the moment. And this battle was played at Immortals Inc. on their beautiful Realm of Battle game board. Go up and visit them sometime, they're amazing. This is the deployment. As you can see, horde of chain rasps are, shielding the storm fiends. Mortarch with grief is just hanging out there. The poison wind mortars are hoping to kill things this battle, but they're not going to be successful at all. So anyway, we had like an objective in each corner of the battle board. Uh, the place where I deployed my flamethrower rats and stuff like that, they probably would have been better off in hindsight. The left side of the board, I was very wishy-washy with my Storm Fiends in this game. Like, I want to move here. No, I want to move back to where I was. No, I want to move here. So, yeah, so I got my Warlock Engineer over there in the building. He's going to go in those ruins, and he's going to stay there for the rest of the battle. The Warlock Master is going to pray that no Stormcast use their Celestial drop-in, which they will, and I should have seen it coming, but oops. As you can see over there, they've got a huge regiment of Gore Grunches. I've never seen a regiment that big, and I was very, very, very afraid of them, with good reason, as you can probably see from the what they did to our army. They're just extremely fast moving. Those 2 up there, you got those 2 units of Ard Boys. I know how deadly they are, so I was really worried about them. That's why I put the Flame Rats on that side, actually. What else is happening? He set up all his, no, not all his troops, but some of his troops in the Celestial Realm. Those guys off the board there, they're in the Celestial Realm. And so they finished deploying first, so I think we went first. Anyway, the forces of death and chaos basically hung back for the most part, especially the huge line of spirits that were linked together, who were basically there primarily for the objective. As you can see, Mortarch Grief is like, she wants to, seek cover behind all her loyal specters. the poison wind mortars were pretty paranoid of that Night Azros, the one with the wings. I'm not really that Stormcast literate, but they wanted to get him off the board, but they failed, as I mentioned before, they failed to get anything off the board. In fact, the Storm Fiends really wanted to be in that forest because they wanted that cover. We weren't playing with any like magical effects for the terrain or anything like that. The beautiful Black Coach was moving up the right flank, and I could not wait to see what this thing could do when it finally got some kills. I was expecting it to be like a Tyrannosaurus Rex just gobbling up the Stormcast. What else happened? That is about it. And then the Stormcast took their turn. Our left flank was completely empty, so these celestial bastards that they are dropped down from the celestial realm to wreak celestial havoc. Dropping down a little outside 9 there. So now we are in deep crap because I should have had something there to stop them from coming down, because now, like I said, we're in deep crap and getting deeper. We're hoping that we can hold on to that objective, which is that little marker there, and this really made me. I was like, I should have seen this coming. Darn it! It made me really wish that I had put like some muscle over there, like some Storm Fiends. Just a bad, very bad mistake on my part. I should not have let this happen, but it happened. So now we have to deal with it. Oh, great! And the Gore Grunches are on us like that, moving in the hero phase and in the movement phase. And they're just ripping apart the chain rasp horde that we got there. Those long strike crossbows in the corner are picking off whatever they can. All of my troops that can actually do anything, my 2 units of Storm Fiends, one is hiding in the forest, hoping to obliterate some Ardboys and take that objective up there. The other one, I was just very frustrated on how to use that close combat Storm Fiend unit, because I was hoping to advance it up the right flank to grab that objective, but then I was like, wait a minute, we're getting our asses handed to us on our left flank, so I started moving them that way. So yeah, I couldn't commit, and it was my fault. So I was pretty sure, I was actually pretty confident that we could take on the forces on the right and emerge victorious, because he had his coach coming up, as you can see, and he's got his Harridans, and I had a large concentration of Storm Fiends there, so I was confident that we could do something over there. As for the left flank, well, you can't win them all. Just an up-close view of the Gore Grunches wreaking havoc on the chain rasps. Around turn 2 in the game, their turn 2, this happened. Uh-oh, look, okay, we got the Morchark of Grief going on here, and my Warlock Master, who is absolutely pissing himself right now with fear, because that crazy unit of Gore Grunches and the Stormcast are just barreling towards him. And he's like, oh my god, OMG, OMG, this is it. What are we gonna do? And yeah, he's quite scared. There can be only one. So here, this is how the battle's going for us right now. Not good at all. Look, we got that huge unit of Gore Grunches back there, just demolishing everything from the chain rasps to the Morchark of Grief, who is about to go down real soon. And I mean, I'm just like, oh my god, this could have been avoided so easily. But hindsight 2020, huh? Yeah. Poison wind mortars. Yeah. They all just died and didn't do anything. I know they're cheap. They're like 60 points a piece. And they tried, I guess, but they just couldn't lob a single globe into the Stormcast or the IronJawz. So they're worthless. But I'm gonna keep taking them because I think they're cute. My Storm Fiends spent a good amount of the battle doing absolutely nothing, and that's 600 points doing absolutely nothing. So, yeah, not good. So finally, they are in combat. The ones with the Doomflare gauntlets are in combat with the Gore Gruntas. My Warp Fire Fiends over there just shot up a bunch of Ard Boys and are now in combat with the Ard Boys alongside the Herodins. And as you can see, I think the black coach is gone. I believe it's sad because it's such a powerful model and it's so well painted as well. Kudos to my ally for painting that up. I'm sure it's pretty scary. I saw its stat line, and I'm sure it's pretty scary once it gets some kills on it. Um, what else? Oh, my Warlock Master there is scared out of his mind. So, because of the carnage happening around him, so he's probably going to go hide in that building with my Warlock Engineer, who has been sitting there the entire time, just chucking Warp Lightning wherever he can. Wherever he can. I'm not too sure if he's aware of those Liberators coming up from behind. Yeah, this battle could be a masterclass on how not to use Storm Fiends. Well, I think these guys are pretty tough and stuff, but guess what? I definitely underestimated the strength of the Gore Gruntas. They kicked the crap out of my Storm Fiends until... What happened? Meanwhile, on the other side of town, my flamethrower fiends have chewed through the Ard boys and the Stormcast there, but now they're being confronted by Megaboss and his brutes. Uh-oh. So this would end the lives of these last two Storm Fiends. So may they rest in pieces. And that was effectively the end of the battle. We got our butts handed to us, but it was also a really good time. Uh, Great people, learned a lot. One thing I like about Sigmar is when you go up against like an army that you haven't fought before, and they have this ability that you don't know about, and they use it, and you lose and stuff. But next time you're like, oh, wait a minute, this army does this. So it's always a very educational experience and a very fun experience. And I was laughing a lot when we were losing and stuff because I was just imagining the Warlock Engineer looking out the window of his little building, and he's like, oh crap. So that is it. I'm probably going to do more of these battle reports. Tell me what you think of this one. I will see you on the battlefield. Bye bye.